They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Throwing here on first down, Flacco, and he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 13 on the pickup there, and it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And he gets it down to the 32. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On second down, Flacco to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A red zone first down for Flacco. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Flacco throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Looking for someone to throw to. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the long-time defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20, 10, and they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's caught. Touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver as time expires in the first half. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and this certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown.
Well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get them right to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them.
See if they do just that. They come out to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He's got time in the pocket. All kinds of time. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through. And that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is Mike Nugent for the Bengal field goal try. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll push the lead up to 8. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They come out 5 wide, 3 to the right side. Now a first down throw. McNabb finding time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Ed McCaffrey, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Gonna give him 12 yards and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And touchdown. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals getting set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they have 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. Green with a catch left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see.
Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. Going to get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The Hall of Famer, Too-Tall Jones there on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And Green with a catch left side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Can't find anyone open. Great protection. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Surveying the field. To the left side here for Eifert. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Martin, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And then your veteran bangs it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. That does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you'd love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field.
Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
The one thing I love about him going...
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now McNabb, and he's got room. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Steps away to his left, and he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off
it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast, and I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
He'll look to throw. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain at 7, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a new rule and decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last...
I dropped right off the world leaderboards. I dropped right off the world leaderboards, Red. Not even in the top 1,000 anymore. Haven't been playing enough. Been playing enough games, winning enough games lately. Dropped off the leaderboard. I was all the way up to 140th in the world there for a while. What do you mean, minute? Hey, big dabbler. Hey, I'm thinking about doing the unthinkable here. I've done a lot of things in my smoking days, but this thing here I'm thinking about doing here next is would be the first time I ever pulled off this next thing. I've done a lot of different smoking things over the years, but this next thing here I'm about to do would be the first time I ever did. What? I'm talking about grinding up a bowl of stems in the grinder. Yeah. I'm gonna grind up a bowl of stems in the grinder and see what I come up with. We'll see what the grinder can provide. Let's see what kind of relief the grinder can provide. Oh, everybody's working for the weekend.